Welcome back to another video of Art to Be Outdoors. Later today we're going to stop by at a local hatchery and get some baby chicks. So I'm going to show you how to properly prep and get a brooder ready for some baby chicks. Now here what I have is a nice wooden crate. It's approximately 3 foot wide by 4 foot long. First week old baby chicks require 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and every week they get old the temperature goes down 5 degrees. So 2 week old baby chicks require 90 degrees, 3 week old baby chicks require 85 degrees. So right now I have this heat lamp set about 2.5 feet above the bottom of this crate. So our average temperature is about 95 degrees. So I'll show you, I have this wireless thermometer here, and I'll go down, and as you can see all my readings are just either over 95 or just under 95 degrees. The way I set this crate up is I put the heat in one half of the crate, so that way if they get too warm they can wander off and cool off, or if they get too cold then they come back into the heat. We have some of these puppy pads that we got off Amazon, and I'll go ahead and spread a couple of these on the base of this brooder on here. After I lay these puppy pads down onto the brooder, we got these pine shavings from TSC. Make sure you don't use cedar chips for baby chicks because they can get sick. So I'm going to go ahead and spread out a couple of these puppy pads and lay in the base of this. So I got all these puppy pads laid out in the bottom of the crate. It only took about 4 of them while overlapping. And now I'm going to go ahead and spread out some pine shavings on the bottom. Now it doesn't have to be very thick at all, just enough nice coating so it gives them some comfort and it will absorb some of the moisture also. I'll go ahead and place the food and water dishes inside the brooder. The food we use for all of our baby chicks until they get about 16 weeks old is this Dumore chick starter grower, and it's got 20% protein. We grew baby chicks twice already, and this food seemed to be very successful with them. What I got here is just an old school baby chick feeder, and when I place this inside the brooder, I'll go ahead and tip it upside down so the food goes into the troughs. Now this is just filled with our chick starter grower, and you can see the food is getting all spread out. As your chicks get older, you may want to add another feeder or a bigger one that can hold more feed, so you don't have to fill it every couple hours. And also we have a nice little water feeder here, and you can see I put some rocks in there to prevent the chicks from drowning in the water while they take drinks. And that's one other thing you might have to upgrade as they get bigger, is either a bigger water dish or more of them. That's one thing the puppy pads will help too, is if once your chicks get bigger and more rambunctious, they'll tip this over and it'll spill all over the crate and the puppy pads will absorb it. Another tip for the food and water dishes, you'll want to grab some scrap pieces of wood. Now these are just some 2x4s we had laying around the shop, and I'll go ahead and set the food and water dishes on these, so that way it elevates the food and water dishes so the chicks don't get all the pine shavings in the food and water. Just like so. So now you may be wondering what all you can use as a brooder, because we have this wooden box here. We used totes before, that will work. So we'll be getting 10 babies, so we want a bigger space. Now if you're only getting 4 or 5, you can just use a normal size tote. For most of their age, you can use a cardboard box and anything like that. Now for cleaning, you'll want to clean this every maybe 4 or 5 days, or until they start getting smelly, or until the food or water dish tips over and makes a mess. Then you'll want to clean it out so the chicks stay sanitary and healthy. And then you can just repeat the process with the puppy pads and the pine shavings, and that's not too hard at all. As our chicks will get older, we'll raise this heater up a little bit more to reduce the temperature. I added this nice blink camera right here so we can watch our babies while we're at work and school, and if something were to happen, we can call one of our family members and they can assess the situation and fix the problem. You can see this is the view of our brooder from the camera. It gives a nice clear view of everything. Now the next step is going to be getting the baby chicks and putting them in the brooder. The next clip I'll show you with them in it and how to get them ready. We just got our baby chicks from the hatchery, and it's time to put them into their new home. Here you go, guy. Some food in you. Well, the chicks seem nice and happy, and one thing you may have to do is, since they're very young, you have to introduce them to the water dish. So what you have to do is grab one, and then what you have to do is put his little beak in the water dish, and then let off, and then they'll naturally take a drink of water. Usually once one chicken takes a drink out of the water dish, then the rest will. Same with the food. And we got these babies from Duck and Coop Hatchery out of Columbiaville, Michigan, and we seem very pleased with their products, and we'll definitely come back again. I hope you learned something in this video of how to take care of some baby chicks and how to set up for them. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.